Alrighty, hello you folks, welcome back to some more LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4. This is going to be for Hagrid's Garden free room, which will very simply just include Hagrid's Garden. Now, a little overview of the collectibles over on the right. So we will be saving 2 students in peril, getting 4 character tokens, 2 gold bricks, and there are no red bricks to show for this one. But, yeah, folks, this one is going to kind of be similar to that Transfiguration classroom, if you remember, where it was kind of like a little story kind of mission inside the area. But anyways, there was the Black Lake entrance. We're going to head out of there to the outer grounds, and we're going to wrap around here, around the side of the trees, and we're going to make our way down this pathway. Now, before I kind of get into all the collectibles and everything, I just want to give a little shout out to Zachary Spinks 6207 for leaving a comment on one of the last videos. Thank you for commenting, and hey, if you want to get shouted out, feel free to leave a comment down below. But yeah, you can see a little cutscene here. Got this sped up a bit. I thought I'd include this cutscene because just to kind of give a little context for what's going on here. So basically, we have to make a little bit of a like a soup to heal Ron, because he's spewing out slugs because he tried to put a spell on Draco, but it backfired and hit himself. But anyways, over here on the left, you'll notice a basket and a picnic rug. So use Leviosa to unravel the picnic rug, and then use Leviosa to open up the basket, and it'll spew out a bunch of food and some cutlery and whatnot. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use Leviosa to actually open up the picnic basket, and then a seed is going to drop out, and that is going to be a pumpkin seed. So we'll zap that with our wand, and then we will use Leviosa on the massive pumpkin, and it'll actually fly up, and it will lift up the picnic basket, and it will go flying off, which is actually going to be the first student in peril. Now, you did also notice there off to the left, we did actually use Leviosa on those mushrooms, and that was 1 of 3. I did not mean to do that, but once you've saved the student in peril, we're actually going to move on to those 3 mushrooms. So there's one over there on the left, which we accidentally already kind of got. But then there's one in the back right-hand side, and then another set of mushrooms in the front right-hand side. Use Leviosa on all 3 sets of mushrooms, and then the character token will appear there in the middle, which is a version of Ron, so that's cool. Always love unlocking different versions of the trio, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. But then, when we're ready, over here on the right-hand side, we're going to use Reductor to blast that silver lock off the chest, which is actually going to be a Boggart chest. So take out the Boggart, and then you can pick up the character token, which is going to be Amos Diggory, which I think was the father of Cedric, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, we got that. And now the next collectible we're going to go after is a gold brick, which is actually kind of like the main collectible. So this is basically what we have to do is we have to make the soup, and that'll get us the gold brick. But anyways, we're going to do a little bit of digging with Fang, but then we'll actually get to some stuff here in the back. So dig up the ground there, which is going to reveal some parts. And now we've got a bunch of parts that we found throughout the area, which we can actually build up into this kind of glass-like object, which may look a little confusing, but what we're actually doing is we're actually making a big salt shaker. So then over here on the left, we're going to use Leviosa on that little bucket to put it under the tap, and it'll fill up with some water. Then we'll use Leviosa on it again to tip the water inside that cauldron at the front. Then what we're going to do is, after digging up some more studs, what we're going to do is we're going to use Leviosa on the food that's on the picnic rug, place it in the cauldron there, and then over here in the back we notice a little seedling, so we'll use Leviosa to plant it into the ground. And then we're going to use Leviosa on the watering can to water the plant, which is actually going to cause it to sprout up into this giant plant here, which is going to go spinning around. Actually, we'll lift up and start flying in the air and dropping another little glass piece, another piece to the salt shaker. So use Leviosa on it to place it on that pad, then you use Leviosa on that left glass piece, and then we can shake up, or then we can actually build up the salt shaker. And then you'll notice the gold brick appears there, up top in the top of the cauldron, and then another cutscene plays, which actually Ron is healed from his spell. But then we get we spawn out here in this bridge, which I'm like, what on earth? Why are we out here in the bridge? So we have to make our way back out into the outer grounds, and we're gonna run back down to get into Hagrid's garden, because for some odd reason, that just did it. Like, it didn't spawn us back into Hagrid's garden. It took us actually all the way out to the bridge. But make your way back into Hagrid's garden, and then float up the steam of the cauldron and grab that gold brick. So that is very nice. So now what we're going to do is we are actually going to, it kind of might look like the area's been explored, however, it hasn't quite been explored. So here in the kind of middle right hand side, you'll notice some pieces which we need to dig up from the ground. And also, I will say, with this area, actually, we didn't have any, like, required characters, but there is, like, a set, like, there are set characters that you're given. So, we're given Fang, Harry, and Hermione. Those are, like, the set characters that we're given. And then, once we use that time turner there with Hermione to turn back the time, we're still in the same area, but just a different kind of stuff we have to do. But in the back right-hand side, use Fang to dig up the next character token, which is Petunia Dursley. So, yeah, not again. I said it with Vernon Dursley, but man, the Dursleys were just, I don't like them. But you know, I don't think anyone does. But anyways, then in the front right hand side, zap away the pumpkin, which will free the student in peril. Then over here on the far left hand side, use Reducto on the silver lock, and then that axe will chop up the wood there, which will get us the next character token. And then that just leaves one last gold brick, which I kind of run around a little confused because there's basically a bunch of stuff we have to do, but I kind of take out a bunch of these plans thinking I'll uncover some stuff, but what we kind of need to do is, we'll get to it any second here, I just take out some stuff, extra studs, but once you're ready, we're going to kind of notice a Scarecrow's head over on the middle right-hand side any second now. There we go, so use Leviosa on it to place it on the Scarecrow there, and then it's going to kind of pull the chain a little bit, which will allow us to dig up the ground here, but we'll actually use Leviosa on that little water tank there to fill up that bucket with water, and then that'll grow some plants here, which actually spew out a ton of studs once you break them. But once we're ready, we're actually going to dig up the ground here in the middle with Fang, which will kind of reveal a little lower spot where we can blast away all these pumpkins, which will actually reveal some parts, and we'll build those up into a strength handle. We'll pull that with either Hagrid or Fang, because we have found out that Fang is strong as well. But we'll pull that strength handle, and then that'll reveal some parts in the back once the Scarecrow goes spinning away. Build those parts into a little oven, which we're actually going to notice an egg over here in the front left hand side, so use Leviosa on the egg, place it in the oven, and that is going to hatch out a dragon, which is cool. So we not only saved Ron from his slug curse, but we also hatched a dragon egg, which is very cool. So now we've got a dragon, and that's cool. I kind of remember that from the first film. I forget though what that dragon was called. I forgot. I know Hagrid, he got himself a dragon from like a dodgy dealer, but I completely forget what that dragon's name was. If you know, feel free to let me know down in the comments. But yeah, that is going to do it for this one, which was Hagrid's Garden free roam. And yeah, folks, we are really getting down into it. In fact, we only have 3 free roam videos left after this one, and I'm going to try to get them out pretty quickly. However, I think it's 3 free roam videos. Yeah, it is 3. Yes, three sounds correct. But yeah, 3 left, and then there is one coming up that is quite long, as I've said. But yeah, we'll get into all that. But yeah, folks, if this one was helpful, a like would certainly be appreciated. Also, do feel free to subscribe, comment, and any of that fun stuff. All the support is immensely appreciated. And as I said, if you do comment, you might just get shouted out. But that's going to do it for me. And until the next one, I'll see all of you later. So everybody, bye.